An operating system is software consisting of programs and data that runs on a computer. The operating system also manages the hardware of the computer. The most popular operating system distributors are Apple Corporation, Microsoft Corporation, and the Linux community. The Linux community offers open source and free software. Now, my classmate and me will give you a little description about Ubuntu is an operating system based on Linux kernel, sponsored and developed by Canonical. It's part of the GNU Linux family. This distribution is very popular because it's easy to use, install, and it has a lot of applications. Most of them are free. Ubuntu releases a version every 6 months, and each version has support for 18 months. The word Ubuntu is a base of an African word that means for human beings, and its slogan comes from the African ideology, loyalty to others. The first version of Ubuntu was released on October of 2004. Ubuntu has been using the GNOME interface, but since the latest version 19 Nava has been using the Unity interface. Ubuntu comes with a lot of applications like OpenOffice, LibreOffice, Firefox for as web browser, Banshee, Redbox for multimedia, Empathy for chatting, and Weaver for social networks. Ubuntu can be downloaded from the official page. There are 2 versions that can be downloaded. One for desktops, netbooks, and notebooks, and the other for servers. Canonical was distributing disks in many places with separate service. I have one. This is a Ubuntu original disk. But since Maverick Minecraft Canonical has finished with this service.
I'm talking about Microsoft Windows. Windows is a series of operating systems produced by Microsoft. The last version of this OS is Windows 7. I will mention some features. First, as you can see, Windows is easy to install. Just follow the instruction that appears in the screen and Windows configures itself. Second, the effects on the desktop are simple and attractive. You can navigate through the windows pressing a couple of keys. This effect is cool and helpful when you work with a lot of windows. Third, for me, this is the most important feature, because in Windows you can play a lot of games. For other side, in other operating system, you need a special software to play. Fourth, in Windows you can get many programs. For example, you can go to the Microsoft site and buy a lot of software. Besides, on the internet, for example, Softonic, you can get a different application for Windows. 5. In Windows, it's easy to install programs. Just press next, 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 and your program will install. Windows disadvantage. If you want your computer to run correctly, you need good processor and a lot of memory, because Windows spans resources. Another disadvantage is that in the desktop The effects are limited and a bit boring. In my opinion, the major disadvantage of Windows is that you need to spend if you want a program, because Windows isn't free software.
Fedora is an operating system based on Linux kernel sponsored by Red Hat, characterized by being fast and stable. Fedora is also part of the GNU Linux family. This is one of the most popular Linux distributions. According to DistroWatch, this is the third most popular Linux operating system. Fedora is distributed since 2003 when Red Hat OS was discontinued. Fedora uses many desktop environments like GNOME, KDE, XFCE, using GNOME as default. Fedora is the first operating system that uses GNOME 3 as desktop interface. This distribution comes with many applications as default, like Ubuntu, applications like OpenOffice, LibreOffice, for office work, Writebox, for listening to music, Token, for watch videos, Firefox, web browser, Empathy, and Weaver. Amongst all the applications that runs in Ubuntu, it can be running on Fedora. All the versions of Fedora can be downloaded from the official page.